Okay, so thanks everybody for coming. For anybody who knows me, I'm Janet McKennedy. I work in the School of Transport and Civil Engineering here in TU Dublin. And I'm going to talk about the summer school that we ran last June around professional skills for engineering students with a focus on achieving SDG 12. So, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm just going to introduce the research team that we had and the project aim. And the main thing is just to talk about the summer school, the development of it, and the delivery, and just a little bit of the student feedback that we got. So the project team we had people from Ulster University, Rosalind Henry and Margaret Morgan, and from TU Dublin, there was myself, Una Began, Brian Bowe, and Rashita Jani. And so the aim of the project was to design, trial, and evaluate a summer school for engineering students across the island of Ireland, both women and men. We tried to get a gender balance, and it was to develop professional skills to achieve SDG 12, which is around sustainable production and consumption, with a particular focus on intercultural skills. And so the focus of this talk is just the actual summer school itself. So, as I was saying before the presentation started, it was a really successful summer school ultimately. And I think a big reason for that was because there was a lot of preparation went into it. We held co-creation events with a number of TU Dublin students and Ulster University students, and that fed into the design of the summer school. Some of the things that students really wanted out of this was a better understanding of SDG 12. They were really interested in the circular economy and the SDGs in relation to engineering. But a big part of their focus was looking at their CV, improving their communication skills, and all of that. One of the main things I think that they didn't want was lectures. And so we used that to feed into our development of the summer school, and a lot of meetings and preparation and discussion went into that between the members of the team. And we came up with this agenda at the end, which ran in June 2023. So the first half of the week was spent in TU Dublin, and the second half was spent in Belfast. Our Ulster University students arrived on Monday morning, and we had a number of workshops over Monday, Tuesday in TU Dublin. And then we went to Ulster University on Wednesday morning and had a number of site visits and on Wednesday and Thursday. And then on the Friday, we finished off with a couple of workshops and then came back to Dublin. We also had a good social element to it. We arranged an escape room on the Monday evening and visited the Guinness Storehouse on our Tuesday, and we went to the Titanic Museum in Belfast. And there was dinners in the evening as well, and lunches and breakfasts and all of that were provided. So the workshops that were delivered in TU Dublin, these were developed and delivered by myself and Una. So on Monday afternoon, we started with general information and welcome, and then we split the 20 students that we had, 10 from TU Dublin, 10 from Ulster University. We split them into groups and very quickly got them working together to develop a presentation around sustainable development, the SDGs, one specifically on SDG 12. And that was on Monday afternoon. On Wednesday, we ran a circular economy workshop with them, where we provided them with a product. Like an example was makeup packaging or food packaging. We had a desk chair, and we asked them to redesign it so that it was more sustainable, so that it would fit in more with the circular economy. And the facilitators, myself and Una and Margaret, Rashida and Rosalind, were the customers. So they did some market research by interviewing us, and they developed their product design for that. Then on our Tuesday afternoon, we had an intercultural skills workshop where we split them into two groups where they were in different fictitious countries, one in global south and the other in global north, and they basically had to negotiate an economic kind of agreement in that. And then on the Friday morning, we did a personal impact. So that was around our own carbon footprint. And we finished with prize giving, basically. In Belfast, we had two site visits focused around transportation. The first one was Spirit Air Systems, which make the parts for aeroplanes, and that's a production facility. And then Artemis Technologies is a really cutting-edge, fascinating R&D facility that are looking at maritime transportation, and they are looking at designing high-end racing boats, as well as kind of passenger ferries, all with sustainability in mind. And I have some really, really interesting research projects going on there. Just at the bottom here of the slide, I have a link to our website where Vegan has put up a lot of the material that we've developed around delivering the summer school and how to go about it. This is just a little bit of the feedback that we got on it. So we surveyed the students to see if they felt that they had achieved the learning outcomes that we had set, which we had a lot of learning outcomes, and overall there were no disagree or strongly disagree sentiments here. So they basically felt that they had achieved the learning outcomes. There's a couple of neutral responses, but that's it. And I have just one of the qualitative kind of responses that we got that I'll just read out. Is companies are doing their best to develop their product in a sustainable manner and causing the minimal impact in the environment while unconsciously applying many SDG 12 goals on their projects. Also, the opportunity to learn more about other cultures and different individuals is a knowledge that I will never forget. So yeah, so I'm more or less finished. I just want to just acknowledge our funders. We had HEA funding and funding from the North-South Research Programme, and just to thank everybody who was involved in this project, from our academics to employers and the wonderful students that we had there. And thank you very much for listening.